Good afternoon and welcome to the Juris Doctor Conferment Ceremony of Jose Rizal University. As we commence this momentous occasion, let us recognize the graduates of the Bachelor of Laws program who will now be conferred the degree of Juris Doctor. With great resounding pride and joy, we now invite you all to join in welcoming the Juris Doctor conferees as they proudly enter this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the Juris Doctor conferring the procession. Led by the Grand Marshal, the Assistant Registrar, Mr. Benji A. Evangelio.
Sir Benj. Sir Benji.
Sir Benji.
Sir Benji. Sir Benji.
Sir Benji.
Okay na, pwede.
Judge Elmar Raffalo Lina. Judge Rustico Medina. Attorney Wilfredo Francis Borja. And Attorney Romy Guerno, top 7 of the 2019 bar examinations. Attorney Ricardo Villarreal. The official representative of the JRU Alumni Association, Mr. Ernesto E. Victorino, President of the JRU-AA and City Administrator of Mandaluyong. Our guest of honor, the Honorable Attorney Jason R. Marlies, Chairperson of the Legal Education Board. The administrative officials of the university, Attorney Edita Archaga Santos, Assistant Dean of the JRU Law School. Ms. Ivory Joy C. Medina, Director of the Marketing and Communications Office. Dr. Dexter M. Balahad, Dean of the Graduate School Division. Ambassador Delia R. Bautista, Dean of the JRU Law School. Ms. Edna Cia Cruz, Vice President for Information Systems. Dr. Miguel M. Parco, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Members of the JRU Board of Trustees, Ms. Maria Paz A. Pavella, and Ms. Therese Pavella Miller. The university names, carried by the University Registrar, Mrs. Alanita G. Sala. And the President of Jose Rizal University, Dr. Santa K. Pabala. May I request everybody to stand for the entrance of the colors by the GRU ROTC cadet officers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Pasulog! Kat! Suksok! Kulay! Ta! Sumunod! Kat!
please be seated. To deliver the conformant message, we welcome the chairperson of the Legal Education Board, the Honorable Attorney Jason R. Bernays.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is with gratitude and excitement that I join you today for the Sersan University School of Law's Juris Doctor conferment ceremony. But before anything else, allow me to acknowledge the following. Our President, Dr. Vincent Padilla, sir, and all the members of the Board of Trustees and the officers of JRU. Of course, our JRU School of Law Dean, Ambassador Lilia Bautista, and Assistant Dean, Attorney Edwin Santos. To all the members of the alumni, faculty, the administrators, students, and guests. Thank you for this gracious invitation and for the warm hospitality extended to me and to all those who have come to bear witness to this important occasion. It's always a pleasure to be in an academic setting. I know how important it is to go back to your roots and to see again where your dreams were nurtured over many years of long nights of studying and agonizing. And then there are also days that you remember that all of these were finally realized. I hope you understand the importance of looking back and remembering the institution that helped you achieve your goals. Today, this institution, along with everyone here, should be celebrated. Today's conferment ceremony is not just a ritual of cap and gown, nor is it merely the formal conferral of a degree. It is, in its deepest sense, a reaffirmation of our collective belief in the transformative power of legal education and of the rule of law. It's a celebration of your hard work, your sacrifices, your triumphs, and your unyielding dedication to this noble profession. But we assemble here today not only to honor your achievements, but also to recognize the profound responsibility that accompanies the conferment of the Juris Doctor degree. This honor is not merely a ceremony to change the nomenclature in your credentials from Bachelor of Laws, but an elevation that recognizes the depth of your expertise and aligns your qualifications with the global standard of legal education. The term doctor in Juris Doctor carries significant weight. It signifies mastery in the field, a deep understanding of legal principles, and a commitment to the lifelong pursuit of knowledge. This title places you in a unique position to influence change and guide society towards a just future It's a recognition that you possess not only knowledge, but also the wisdom to use it, hopefully, for the greater good. In the history of our country, lawyers have played and will continue to play an indispensable role. We are the architects of justice, the defenders of democracy, and the vanguards of human rights. We are among the most important builders and designers of our society. The importance of our work cannot be overstated, especially in contemporary times when the legal landscape is fraught with challenges and the principles of justice and accountability are often put to the test. Today's socio-political climate presents a myriad of complex issues. Issues that demand vigilance, integrity, and self-reflection vis-a-vis our own sworn duty as advocates. Political maneuverings and attempts to sidestep accountability are unfortunately common, and often these maneuvers are crafted by individuals who belong to our profession. This reality presents us with both a challenge and an opportunity. As lawyers, we must be resolute in our commitment to truth and justice. We must hold ourselves and our peers accountable to the highest standards of our profession. As we have seen, the actions and decisions we make as lawyers will resonate far beyond the courtroom. They will shape public perception, influence policy, and potentially alter the course of society. Upholding justice and ensuring the law serves all citizens fairly is not merely an obligation. It's a duty that reflects the core of what it means to be a lawyer. As we reflect on this, let me turn to the most fundamental document that we all swore to defend and uphold, our Constitution. In particular, let me revisit with you the preamble of our cherished Philippine Constitution. Laden with profound expressions of aspiration and commitment, these words present both a guide and a challenge to all of us. And I quote, "We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our posterity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of law and a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace. Do ordain and promulgate this Constitution." Close quote. The first aspiration is to build a just and humane society. This is a calling to uphold fairness and compassion in every facet of our practice, whether it be in private practice, as an in-house counsel, as a government lawyer, or in academia. As lawyers, our work in upholding the rights of the marginalized and seeking justice for all citizens contributes directly to this vision. Then there is the commitment to a rule of law, which ensures that no individual stands above the law, maintaining the balance necessary for peace and order. In our roles, we are the guardians of the rule of law. And as enforcers of this principle, we must ensure that justice is not only done, but also perceived and felt by the people to be done. Thus, in our practice, do we utilize our knowledge of the law as a tool to fight oppression? Or do we build it to be the oppressor? Or to enable those who oppress others? Do we use the law to exact accountability? Or do we use our legal acumen to thwart the efforts of those who demand accountability? Do we have the fortitude to do what is right at the pain of great personal inconvenience? I am certain that among the qualities developed in us during law schools are determination and courage. I am also convinced that we were all shaped in the same mold. We have immersed ourselves in the study of statutes, jurisprudence, and legal principles by reading hundreds, if not thousands, of pages of books, cases, notes, and even the most difficult to understand texts. We have dissected cases, debated with our classmates and our professors on what the justices meant in their decisions, and grappled with the complexities of the law. But even more importantly, we have developed patience, a deeper understanding, and an unwavering dedication. Those are the hallmarks of the best in our profession. And yet, most importantly, our law school instilled upon us the exhortation to do what is right and to fight for what is right, no matter the cost. But why is it that when our ethical standards are put to the test in practice, not all of us have the fortitude to stand by what we have learned in law school? I myself was once tested. Actually, in my 22 years of trial practice prior to getting appointment to the LEB, I had faced numerous ethical issues. And I know that several can relate with the various ethical issues in practice. But none has matched this very striking one in my experience. I was then a young lawyer, handling a relatively big case. We lost the case at the lower court, despite my confidence in our evidence. So we decided to appeal to a higher court. At the appellate level, a person who represented himself as a lawyer coming from that court contacted me and stated if we wanted to prevail in the case, then my client would have to pay a specific sum. Nagulat ako. As a young lawyer, the dilemma began to sink in. And the numerous legal ethics principles and cases came to mind. But none answered my own personal dilemma. Should I report this to the authorities, ignore it, or mention it to the client? I felt that I was not prepared for this. I felt that law school did not prepare me for a scenario such as this. Or probably it did. Baka absent lang ako nun. But feeling the backlash that it might create for our case, regardless of the action that I take, I decided to inform the client about it. And in a moment of weakness, if not naivete, despite all the learnings and teachings in legal ethics, and I must say I am not particularly proud of this, I seriously entertained the thought of convincing the client to might as well give in to the demand. To say that I felt bad would be an understatement. It even went to a point when I thought that litigation was probably not for me. However, just as I was about to speak with the client regarding my recommendation, surprisingly, the court released its decision, and we prevailed. It turned out that the supposed emissary was not really sent by the court. So just in the nick of time, perhaps by divine intervention, I was spared. My client was likewise spared. However, that experience taught me a great deal. I asked myself, what happened to my knowledge in legal ethics? What happened to the oath that I will do no falsehood, nor consent to the doing of any? Why is it that just because I was faced with an inconvenience or an uncertainty, somehow I folded? And as a Catholic Christian, I was reminded of the rebuke made by Jesus to his disciples during a turbulent storm at sea. Ye men of little faith, why are you so afraid? I failed to trust the Lord, and I leaned on my own understanding of what should be done. That experience, though it made me question myself, also liberated me. Because that experience taught me a big lesson. Upholding the law, standing up for what is right, promoting the rule of law, is not given on a silver platter. We should all work hard for it. It may cost us, and sometimes it will cost us a lot. But still, it is worth fighting for, collectively and individually. Going back to our preamble, we strive for a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace. These are not mere ideals. They are active challenges we must internalize and advocate for in both our professional and personal lives. Truth and justice should form the bedrock upon which all legal arguments are built. Freedom ensures that individual rights are protected. Love and equality foster environments of understanding and respect. And peace remains a shared goal for a harmonious society. These words are not empty. They form the core of our democracy and the society we strive to build. As practitioners vested with the title of Juris Doctor, your roles demand into thought leaders and advocates for these principles. You must strive consistently to internalize and embody these ideals, not only within legal confines, but part of our personal ethos. At the Legal Education Board, we are deeply mindful of the role we play in ensuring that our law schools, like yours, remain steadfast in their mission to produce competent, ethical, and service-oriented lawyers. Lawyers who will be faithful in upholding the Constitution and our laws. Lawyers who will be instrumental in the pursuit of a just and humane society, who will work tirelessly to seek the truth so that justice, freedom, equality, and peace will not just remain as ideals, but as lived realities. Indeed, the conferment of a Juris Doctor degree is more than an academic achievement. It is and should be a solemn promise, a call to serve society with integrity, courage, and compassion. The Legal Education Board remains committed to supporting initiatives such as the one we celebrate today that enhance not only the academic standing of our law graduates, but also their professional recognition. We recognize that the conferment of the Juris Doctor degree represents a step forward in our shared commitment to excellence, and a step forward in harmonizing our legal education with the demand of the current times. More importantly, it is a reflection of the Legal Education Board's commitment to enhancing the stature and rigor of legal education in the Philippines by formally recognizing the Bachelor of Laws as equivalent to a Juris Doctor. We acknowledge the depth and breadth of your legal training, aligning it with international standards and emphasizing our commitment to scholarly excellence. However, this conferment is just the beginning of what LEB envisions. It represents one element of a broader strategy to reinforce the significance of the legal education system. We have introduced and will continue to introduce initiatives that foster critical thinking, ethical practice, and innovative solutions to contemporary challenges in law. The transformation entitled is emblematic of a deeper, ongoing change designed to prepare our future legal practitioners for the complexities of the legal world. And as all of us step out of these halls and step into the wider arena of legal practice, I urge you to carry forward the values that have been instilled in you by your institution, by your professors, mentors, and peers at this university. Let the ideals of integrity, fairness, and service guide every decision you make, whether in the courtroom, the boardroom, or in the communities that you will serve. In closing, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. May this conferment of your Juris Doctor degree be a beacon of hope not only for yourselves, your families, and your communities, but all those whose lives you touch through your services as legal practitioners. May you wear your new titles with pride, but even more so with humility. May you use the knowledge and skills you have acquired in JRU, not only to build your own dreams, but also to champion the dreams of others, especially the marginalized, the voiceless, and the oppressed. On behalf of the Legal Education Board, I commend the Jose Rizal University Law School for its unwavering commitment to excellence and to the formation of lawyers who will shape the future of our nations. Congratulations to JRU, congratulations to all of you who are here, and may you always be guided by the light of truth, justice, and service. Maraming salamat.
The Dean of the Law School, Ambassador Lilia R. Bautista, will present the conference for the degree of Juris Doctor to our University President, Dr. Vicente K. Fabella. The University President, Dr. Vicente K. Fabella, will confer the degree.
alternate of the list for the degree of Juris Doctor. Please stand. Mr. President, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me, pursuant to the Legal Education Board Memorandum Order Number 93, Series of 2018, I have the honor to present the conferees for the degree of Juris Doctor who have honorably fulfilled the requirements prescribed therefore.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, and pursuant to Legal Education Board Memorandum Order Number 19, Series of 2018, I confer upon you the degree of Juris Doctor, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Graduates of Juris Doctor, put on your hood. Now, congratulations.
The conferees will receive the diploma for Juris Doctor to be awarded by the Dean of the Law School, Ambassador Lilia R. Bautista, with the Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Miguel N. Carpio, and our University President, Dr. Vicente K. Familia.
Conferees, the Bern Ryan Carlo Andes Abad. Eduardo J. F. Abelia, cum laude. J.R. Buico Agra. Raymond Garcia Aguilera. Alvin Agogo Anasio. Manuel Cabrera Aragones. Alan Barbalosa Ariola. Rosalie Kaguing Arosa, cum laude. Jerome Cantuba Aviso. Gilbert Tapon Balanay. Erwin Novida Barata. Michael Oliver Pascual Barrientos. Herminia Aragones Bati. Joby Cruz Beldan. Mark Joy Ramos Baguyo. Joby Cruz Beldan. Rosalie Dalila Vidal. Maria Estela Hermosa Bontigaw. Reginaldo Viray Upu. Joseph Real Cabiles. Vengers Panopio Cabudil. Marichel Sanchez Calada. John Rainier Tibayan Tamba. Catherine De Rucos Cabana. Joseph Santos Carvalho. Elia Lalatag Cariño. Maynard Raza Carmona. Gina Macapia Colin. Miguel Paloyo Corton. Joseph Francis Madrigal Cruz, cum laude. Ronaldo Espinosa David. Ferdinand Magnaye de Gala. Charlie Marie Virtucio de Lara. Maria Cristina Almansor de Vera. Frederick Gagasa de Dase, cum laude. Antonio Oyao del Val. Randolph Revita Delfin. Geraldine Galange de Mayo. Queenie Ricafort de Emilio. Elenita Carlos Dimagula. Maria Elena Garcia Dimagula. Hubert Biel Vionela. Jonathan Velasquez Viray. Marife Ceñido Doblada. Ray Dichoso Dolor. George Aquino Elias. Janice Marinette Artaina Escobar. Sara Carolina Peña Espinosa. Napoleon Romero Estiles. J. Ray Monforte Fajardo. Salvador Fajardo. Carmelita Yadalan Felizar, Francis Natividad Gatlabayan, Genevieve Resurrección Jerónimo, Alexander Juanizo Gigantone, Esterlina Paredes Gorgolon, Yonila Paredes Gorgolon, Rhea Barte Guerra, Clarence Villanueva Quinto, Yudisan Panay Gultiano, Clarissa Colico Durango, Nolasco Magtibay Hernandez, Cynthia Cuaresma Herrera, Patricia Pamela de Borja Huevos, Katrina Bianca Trogo Inocentes, Janeline Vicente Inopia, Ferdinand Prado Inton, Eiffel Quintos Isidoro, Vilma Adil Halman, Jericho Mantes Jimenez, Rosemary Abon Busto, Lucrecia Cecilia Cansanay Casila, Raymond Jonathan Borja Yedo, Serga Lopez. Arnold Bautista Lugares. Donna Orencio Magpantay. Pierre Montemayor Michael. Georgie Jose Malapajo. Jerry Navarro Manalili. Arnel Season Mangandot. Gilbert Lee Mendova III.
Gil Calagio Meneses, cum laude. Wilfredo Laigo Mirasol Jr. Ledin Taninco Mistica. Clarita Ante Molina. Jeneline Kanha Nambo. Thea Joan de los Reyes Navares. Rodolfo Bufo Nicolas Jr. cum laude. Enara Gracias Odoni. Fatima Rexon Olaguer. Mildred Patulon Orias. Jennifer Joy Becalto Orpresio. Emmanuel Jr. Almeida Palalo. Ferdinand Paloma. Aristotle Brendo Ancheta Marinas. Victorio Buluran Pascual. Jeff Granale Pastor. Nimpa Tabaday Pichay. Julius Cruz Bonhe. Loreny Cabugao Puno. Elenita Mary Kimosing, cum laude. Salvador Henry Heras Quinto. Gloria Pilos Quintos. Carmelo Flores Ramos. Rita Andrada Resurrección. Roniel Tungka Resurrección. Joseph Fermin Reyes. Maria Lianiza Conde Reyes. Tristan Ambrosio Reyes. Noli Retorico Reinaldo. Marieta Samson Rivera. Noremiel Mendoza Roldan, cum laude. Maria Salve Castañeda Rubaya, cum laude. Dario Vargas Sabate Jr. Joy Grace Mendoza Salcedo. Edna Gotera Salino. Julius R.J. Maige Salvador. Romel Domingo San Pedro. Manuel Andres Sanchez Jr. Noralie De Vera Sanchez. Lilia Sibanta Savari. Yolanda Sikat Sebastian. Mercedes Luna Ceciliano. Reinaldo Florese Seguiniense. Ronald Santos Serrano. Romulo Alejan Chiazon. Flor de Liza Mallorca Silao. Warren Perez Silvestre. Jerry Sabues Season. Andrea Potiway Suwandi. John Go C. Hernani Tubiera Tadili. Carol Huy Tang. Christine Mystica. Christine Layo Tendenilla. Nancy Villanueva Aylan. Elizabeth Amelia Velasco Champo, cum laude. Clarissa Agnes Timbang. Elvira Villarosa Unbal. Lyra Estela Campos Valera. Erickson Talavera Velasquez. Cherry Joy Gamiao Benides. Ronnie Galono Verano. Erwin Sebastian Vidal. Neith Tacorda Vigo. Cheryl Marquez Villadiego. Chester Bañares Villafania. Precious Yabot Villamayor.
To welcome the conferees and to reaffirm the Pledge of Loyalty, may I present the President of the Jose Rizal University Alumni Association, Mr. Ernesto E. Victorino.
Thank you. Good evening. Congratulations to fellow Rizalians. Today marked one of our most meaningful and transformative milestones in your lives. It is both a celebration and turning point, the conclusion of your academic journey in the hallowed halls of Jose Rizal University School of Law, and the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with purpose, responsibility, and impact as full-fledged members of the Jose Rizal University Alumni Association. As the President of the JRUAA, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome you into this growing family of proud Rizalians, men and women who uphold the values of excellence, integrity, service, patriotism. Fellow Rizalians, our pledge of loyalty. Please stand, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. Pledge of loyalty. I, having been conferred by Jose Rizal University a degree with its appertaining privileges and obligations, do hereby solemnly declare my loyalty to the university. I will strive to uphold as a sacred trust good name, values and traditions. I will perform my duties as an alumnus of Jose Rizal University with honor and dignity. I will dedicate myself to the ideals of service to my country, my people, and my alma mater. I will do my best to pass on to my fellow men the benefits and the blessings of the education and the tenets of service that I have learned from Jose Rizal University, so that I can contribute to the enlightenment of others, help in the development of our economy, and participate in the upgrading of education, thereby spreading happiness and prosperity among the people of our country. I impose upon myself this voluntary obligation without any mental reservation. So help me God. Again, congratulations.
Everybody is requested to stand as we sing our alma mater song, the Hymno Jose Rizal. Thank you, everyone. Before we officially conclude these exercises, we would like to convey our sincerest praises and thanks to all those who in every way have made this milestone a success. To our esteemed guests, thank you for honoring this momentous occasion with your presence. It is truly inspiring. To the faculty members, our deep gratitude for the knowledge and life lessons you have imparted. May you continue to guide the future Rizalians with wisdom and heart. To the school administration, thank you for your unwavering commitment to quality education. And to our dear conferees, today is a celebration of your perseverance, strength, and dedication. Jose Rizal University will always hold a special place in your hearts. Carry with you the values of Talinong Rizal, Tatag Rizal, Talentong Rizal, and Taos Pusong Rizal. Let Jose Rizal inspire you to strive for excellence and to always find your inner hero. Live with integrity, compassion, and purpose, and be the change the world needs. Once again, congratulations, and may your journey ahead be filled with success and meaningful impact. Congratulations. Please remain standing for the exit of colors and until after the university officials and the faculty shall have left the hall. Thank you.
Bit, kulay. Ta. Kulay sumalunod. Good. Sulod. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recession.
Yan lang.
Good.